Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you've had a lovely day. I am going to take you through a little bit of a core and inversion workshop. So all about working on strengthening up through your abs, so your lower rectus muscles and your upper ones. We're going to focus a little bit more on shoulder strength as well today, and then we're going to take it towards our pincha. So that's our forearm stand. So we want to really make sure we've got a strong structure through our shoulders, through our arms and through our core to really help support us in our pincha. It's a very heavy and strong inversion. So we worked on our headstand last time, and this is kind of the next one to start thinking about. Whether you have it in your practice or not, that's okay, but we're just going to start working on like the building blocks to getting there. Alright, so to start with, we're just going to do a few walkouts to just warm up through the body. So just sweep your arms all the way up to the sky, standing at the back of the mat. Then exhale to fold forward. Walk yourself all the way out, come into a high plank. From here, we're just going to do 3 scapular push-ups. So keeping everything nice and straight and strong, you lower your chest towards the ground, and then you push the chest as far away from the ground as possible. You lower and you lift. You lower and you lift. Walk the hands back, transfer the weight back into the feet. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Sweep those arms all the way up and exhale to fold forward. Again, walk yourself all the way out. You're in your high plank. Exactly the same as before, 3 scap push-ups. You lower and you lift. You lower, it's a really small movement, and you lift, but you'll start to feel the burn. Lower and lift. Walk your hands back. Transfer the weight to the feet. Roll up. Sweep your fingertips all the way up to the ceiling and fold forward. Walk yourself back out, high plank. Really keep that weight shifted forward, shoulders over wrists. You lower, you lift. 2 more, lower, lift. 1 more, lower, lift. Walk yourself back. Final time, roll up through the spine. Do that exaggerated shoulder shrug. Sweep your arms up and fold forward. Beautiful, walk yourself out. High plank, final time. Lower, scapula, push up. Lower, push up, final time, lower, push up, walk yourself back. Beautiful, roll yourself up, nice. Oh, you should feel a little bit of a burn in the back of your shoulders there, just as you're starting to create a little bit of heat. All right, bring yourself down and come into your Navasana. So I'll give you a few variations. We're just gonna start off with our feet planted on the ground, okay? And you're going to just start to reach your fingertips forward. Then all you're going to do is create a curvature through your spine and send your belly button back, okay? So really think about sucking everything in. I always like to imagine as if I'm wearing like a corset, so everything's nipped in. You've got a C curve in the spine, so imagine you're scooping your tailbone under to create that C curve. Fingertips reach forward. Now from here, we're just going to pulse it out. So you're just going to pulse your hands lower and lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now maybe if this feels okay, you lift those feet up. And we pulse for 10, 9, really squeeze the inner thighs together, 7, 6, keep that slight scoop in the tailbone. 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. Remember, you can pop your feet down if you need to. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep that scoop. 4, belly button back, 2, 1. Final time, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your feet down. Keep your fingertips reaching forward. You still got the C curve. Slowly lower all the way back. Whew, should be a little bit shaky. All right. From here, we're just going to do little baby crunches to start to build up the strength through our upper abs. Okay, so this area here. So your feet are hip distance. Still have that scoop in your tailbone. Okay, so it really just keeps this reminder in our head of internally squeezing through our pelvic floor region and through our lower rectus abdominis, okay? Now reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling, and then all you're gonna do is lift up. So everything squeezes in, head and shoulders lift. You try and reach your fingertips forward, then you lower about an inch and lift up and lower. The whole time we've got this squeezing of our abs. So for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Beautiful. Just lift those hips up. Have a little bit of a stretch through the front of the body. All right, then we're going to do that one more time. So lift yourself up. You're in your Navasana. Again, your feet can stay planted if you need to, or you can lift your feet up if you're feeling a little bit stronger. Fingertips reach forward, scoop the tailbone under, really send the belly button back. Then when you're ready, we're just going to pulse for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. 10, 9, 8. You should start to get a little bit fiery in that core. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final time. 10, 9, whew, I know, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, plant those feet, keep the C curve, slowly roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Oh, that was shaky. All right, shuffle your bum in towards your heels, feet are hip distance. Again, scoop under, drive belly button down, head, shoulders lift, and so you're really just trying to almost lift your shoulders off the ground. So for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7. Try and relax the upper body. 4, 3, 2, 1. 10. Really reach forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, that should feel pretty strong. So drive the heels down, lift your hips up. Again, just get a nice little stretch through the front of the body. Really allow everything to stretch out. Whilst we're here for a few breaths, just focus on your alignment. So just scoop that tailbone under once more, I know. Squeeze the bum, really focus on that strength through the back of the body. So your bum, your hamstrings, to lift everything up, to allow this opening through the front. Take 2 nice deep breaths. Final one. In through the nose, and out. Beautiful. Slowly lower it down. All right, squeeze your knees in and flip yourself around. All right, so you're going to come onto your front and we're going to very simply go between our down dog and our dolphin. Now, with our dolphin, I want us to eventually get to a point where we can lower and lift our elbows at the same time. So the whole reason we want to do that is because then you keep this perfect symmetry in the body. If you lift your elbows up one at a time to come from your pincha, your dolphin, sorry, into your down dog, you're going to get eventually stronger with one arm, weaker with the other, and then we have an imbalance, which we don't. We want to avoid that. So if it means that you can't drop your forearms down and lift them up at the same time, then just hover, okay? So we're going to do sets again. We're going to start off our first set with the hover, so everyone's together. So you're in your down dog. Beautiful. Maybe walk your feet in ever so slightly closer to shorten your dog. Otherwise, on the exhale, hover and lift for 10, 9, 8, 7. So really get the sensation of wrapping your armpits in towards the body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 10 more. Maybe we go a little bit lower. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it back up. All right. Final thing to think about with our dolphin to down dog is you probably would have noticed that my hands stayed exactly where they were in that same position between both movements. So I want you to try and keep that, okay? So it really keeps the strength in wrapping the armpits in towards the body, okay? So we've really got a rotator cuff and our lats starting to switch on. Now, if you need a little bit of a reminder for this in the body, then it can be really useful to place a brick in between your hands. I often do this just to kind of like force my body to remember that we need to press down with the hands to keep them super active. So again, we'll do 10 more. And maybe this time your elbows drop entirely. All right, so for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up. Beautiful. All right, we're just going to stretch out through our shoulders just a little bit. So come to all fours position. Thread your right arm all the way through. There you go. Then walk your left fingertips out in front and try and spin your forehead to touch the ground. And then maybe walk your left hands around. So you'll just start to feel a little bit of a pull on the outside of that right shoulder. Beautiful. Then switch it back the other way. So left hand threads through. It drops all the way down. Right fingertips reach out in front. Spin the forehead so it faces towards the ground. Walk the fingertips round. And just breathe into the outer edge of that left shoulder. Beautiful. Slowly make your way out of it. All right, this time round, we're going to do our final little strengthening through our shoulders. So we're going to go from our dolphin pose to our high plank. Now you can use that brick in between your hands again if you want to, or you don't have to, it's entirely up to you, okay? All right, so when you're ready, you're going to lower into your dolphin. Then you lift up, you're in your high plank. So lower, dolphin, lift up, high plank. Remember, you can hover those elbows, so for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Drop it down, lift it up, and relax. Again, that should feel pretty fiery. All right, we're gonna go back to the beginning and do a little bit of a last circuit on our core so we can get really nice and heated. It's really important in your inversions to have that super strong core to support us, okay? So I just want to emphasize this hugely, and it helps with your floating up of your legs, which we'll get to once we finish this round. All right, so when you're ready, come back to that Navasana, feet on the ground or feet lifted. We're just gonna pulse for 10, 9, scoop that tailbone, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet plant, fingertips reach forward. Slowly lower back. Shuffle that bum all the way in. All right, same thing. 10 of them, okay? So for 10, 9, 8, squeeze everything in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Beautiful. Down dog to dolphin. Lift yourself up. I know your shoulders are going to feel super fiery. All right, just 10 of them, okay? Maybe walk those feet in, maybe not. Maybe hover the elbows, maybe don't. So for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're going to go from our dolphin to our high plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, we're just going to stretch it out a little bit before we get into our forearm stand. So just clasp your hands behind. Inhale to really lift and extend through the chest. Now from here, just start to move your hands away from your bum as much as you can. Really pull the hands behind, open through the chest. Maybe the head lifts. Beautiful, then release. Take the hand out in front. Cross it in front of your chest. So you don't want to have it super high up, you want to drop it down a little bit. Apply a little bit of a gentle pressure of the left hand over that right elbow, tricep kind of area. And then imagine that that right shoulder is kind of lifting away from you. Take a final deep breath and relax, switch it over. So left arm crosses out in front. Again, imagine that that left shoulder is pushing away from you. The right hand is forcefully kind of pulling the arm in. So we're just going to stretch out through the back of those arms and shoulders a wee bit. Beautiful. Then lift your arms up. Left hand goes to the back. We're stretching into our triceps. So left hand goes down. Really try and pull that left elbow across, okay? Beautiful. Try and keep the head a little bit lifted. And relax. Switch it over. Right arm goes down. And you pull it across. Get that nice stretch into your triceps. So all of those dolphin to high plank, dolphin to down dog, because we're constantly wrapping those elbows in and those armpits into the body, we're actually using quite a bit of tricep strength. All right, from here, we're gonna take it to a wall. So make sure you have wall space right next to you. And I would recommend having your block, okay? So again, same grip with the block, hands either side. You're gonna press down with your fingertips. You're gonna wrap your armpits in. So it's this kind of position that you want, but when your forearms are on the ground. So the shoulders are directly over the elbows. So the elbows are shoulder distance. Your hands are then exactly the same, okay? So you plant your hands down, really push your fingertips into the ground. Get that protraction through your shoulders. So the scapular push-ups that we did at the beginning, same thing. Push up the whole time. Lift up, you're in that dolphin. Beautiful. Really get this slight sucking in of your belly. And then just lift up that right foot. Now maybe hold it here. Or just do little kicks up. And maybe tap the wall. Maybe not. And then slowly float it back down. So I want you to do about 10 of those with just the right leg lifting up. Now, if this is your first time doing it, it might be more of like a quite energetic kick up. If your core is feeling super switched on and active and you're kind of used to this posture, then try and focus less of an energetic kick up and more of a kind of float up, okay? So if it's your first time, maybe you just need to send the leg up and just do a little bit more of an energetic kick, okay? So that's quite energetic. If you're used to this movement, maybe try and slow it down. So just kind of kick a bit more the other leg and find more of a float. Beautiful. And now just remember we have that wall there. So it's kind of like a safety net for us just whilst we're working on this practice, okay? So hopefully you should have a few more left to practice now. So just try and take it up and find that float by using that core and all that strength that we've activated. Remember to press down with those hands, push the ground away with the shoulders, so you're really protracting through your shoulders. So I like to imagine that my head is trying to go as far away from the ground as possible. Now, when you're ready, switch it over to your other leg. So this time, hopefully you just led with your right leg, switch it over, lead just with your left. So we want to make sure that we're even with both sides of the body. We want to make sure that we don't have a dominant leg that we always kick up with. This is the #1 way to lead to imbalances. So I'll just give you a few more turns on the other leg. Again, really grip down. Maybe you want to take the brick away. Maybe you're feeling strong enough by now. Otherwise, push down with those fingertips. Keep pushing the ground away with the shoulders. Walk your feet in. Lift the left leg up. Do your little float. Maybe touch the wall, maybe not. Beautiful. So it's just practicing. And maybe if you catch your pincha, you can try and hold it for a little bit longer. Really get this idea of squeezing your inner thighs together so it's a strong connection to the whole of the center of the body. Beautiful. Take 2 more attempts left. Hopefully you would have done 10 on each leg. Take a final one. Beautiful. All right, slowly make your way down. We're going to stretch it out. So grab hold of your strap or your towel or dressing gown rope, whatever you have to hand. And we're just going to floss through the shoulders. So it's really delicious kind of movement. So take your hands as wide as you can to start with. Then if it feels okay, you slowly walk the hands in. But essentially you just create circles with those arms. So we'll start off all together. You take your right hand over your head. The hand goes all the way behind. Then you take your left hand over the top of the head. So we've created a circle. So right arm over, you're behind, left arm over, you're in front. If this feels okay, maybe walk the hands in just a little bit. Right hand over and left. Then you can take it in the opposite direction. Left hand over, then right. And left, and right. Final time. Left hand over, and right hand over. Beautiful. Then maybe take them all the way over the head at the same time. So you take it behind and in front. So we're just flossing through every single part of our shoulders. Then I quite like to take it round to the side, so it's a little bit more of like a lateral, bit of a body stretch going on, and you can really start to feel your tricep, your rotator cuff, and your lats, maybe into the obliques even. Get a little bit of a stretch, bring it back to center, and take it over the other side. Beautiful. Feels really nice and juicy after all of that forearm work. Nice. All right, then we're going to do a final little bit of a stretch. And you're just going to come into your child's pose. And then we're going to thread the needle again, okay? So thread the right hand all the way through. Really start to apply pressure down towards the mat. So imagine that your chest is trying to push down. You'll start to feel your right shoulder get a little bit tighter. This is when you want to try and imagine that you're shining the right shoulder towards the ceiling. Your left fingertips are out in front and your forehead drops down. Just have 10 nice deep breaths here. Every exhale, just sink into it a little bit further. Really allow the back of that right arm and shoulder to open up. 5 more breaths. Beautiful, and when you're ready, we'll switch it over. Hopefully by the end, you really started to feel that release on the back of the arm. All right, so left arm threads through. Again, chest is parallel to the ground and just apply a little bit of pressure. Then imagine that this left shoulder is trying to go up towards the ceiling. Now one side, as always, might feel worse than the other. Don't worry about it. Just treat each side as if it's brand new and don't think about the other one. Walk the right hand forward and then slowly start to sink down. Use that breath, 10 nice deep breaths. Every exhale, sink. 5 more. Final breath. Beautiful, and slowly lift yourself back up. Do a nice big little shoulder shrug. Your arms should feel nice and loose. After that beautiful final little bit of a stretch, we're just going to come into a butterfly. So bring the soles of the feet together. Shift any flesh from underneath your sitting bones out. And it's just going to be very passive. So we're just going to fold forward. Allow everything to just flop and to dangle as you just get a nice bit of compression through the front of the body and an opening through the back. So it's a very passive forward fold, nothing too active, just to allow everything to kind of flop down. Take 5 final nice deep breaths. We're really just starting to allow that heart rate to soften. Final breath. Beautiful, then slowly lift yourself back up, cross the legs. Just take a moment here to just pause, maybe reach your arms up, close the eyes, have a little bit of a side body stretch, a little bit of a wiggle, anything that feels good. Place your hands back down and just take a moment to really thank yourself for giving your body this time to create some strength. It's so important, all of this movement that we do. And if you found any of it particularly challenging, then maybe you know that this is something that you need to work more on. We really need to have a strong foundation in the body to support our practice. It's so important for the longevity of our limbs and our everything, the whole of our body to be supported. So we need to build up this foundation. So anything that you found challenging, revisit it, keep going at it, keep doing this video. Each time you do it, you'll notice that you will get stronger, okay? And that's an awesome thing to notice. So thank you so much, and please watch more of our core and inversion workshop style classes to come. Thank you.